Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, March the 7th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. Good morning, Jeff. Please do say hello in the chat. That's the only way I know who's here. All right. YM is flat. Soybeans is flat. Waiting for new trades when the session opens. Okay. Target 2 traders just picked up a new trade on unleaded gas. You are not yet POQ. We got a target 1 winner, so target 1 traders are POQ. Target 2 traders got a partial, but we need either another partial or a target 2 win to get POQ. And I missed that short trade. Well, I will leave that one alone for now. It did just stop out. Crude oil, 901.05. It's a long setup at 79.86. It's an 8-second bar. Maybe you get in. You certainly get in. You got plenty of time to get in sync. 3 bars later, and that has hit targets 1 and 2 for 11 ticks target 1, 18 to target 2, and that's a one and done POQ. So crude oil is complete for the morning session, for the 9 a.m. session. And good morning, Private Eye. We've got one close below the balance line. We got down as low as 72. So this one is going to close at 80, at 92, which is 1 tick above. And we get the short at 54 instead. So target 2 traders are short. Market is open. Russell has gone too far. We'll wait for a new setup there. Russell on catapult, 1.5 point Renko bar, half point offset, 15 equal to a 15 tick brick, 5 tick offset, depending on your platform. Pound Aussie is in the short trade. We did get in sync with the early setups. Setup was back at 606.33. We've had lots of chance to get in that trade since 8:30. Short trade on soybeans, 22.25. And should have had plenty of time to get into that. Yeah, 40 odd seconds, so plenty of time on that trade. If we get a close on the YM, if we get a close below the balance line, We will get a short trade, and there it is, 434. Crude continuing to try to push higher. And so too the pound Aussie, pushing up toward that session high. YM at session lows, so is the Russell. So we'll have to see if the YM is going to make stop and reverse, filtered out by hybrid mode on the soybeans chart. $26.5 for the stop on soybeans. And back to the entry again on the YM. Crude pushing up through the 200 EMA. It bounced off its low, session low, about 5 minutes till 9. Now up through the 200 EMA. That doesn't bode well for our unleaded trade. That unleaded trade is a trade off the 200 EMA. $78.07. Yeah, just barely, because I use an 8-tick proximity on that, and that's exactly where it was 8 ticks. That's not a part of the standard trade plan, but I do show it in the room here just as an example of those trades. And the YM setting a new session low and pushing through again, money management, and I believe target 1. Yeah, target 1. So that's going to be a one and done on the YM. Stop to 433. Actually, that was only a 19-tick target 1, so this would be a case where we do go to target 2. At 405. So it's not going to be one and done. Trade plan calls for a minimum of 20 ticks to target 1, and this was only 19. And crude stopping out on the trailer. Standard trade plan doesn't use the trailer, so we are done. Money management on unleaded, that will be your POQ for target 2 traders. Soybeans headed up. Pound Aussie sitting right just below its session high, 8,009.8. 8009.8 for the session high, and we're sitting just a pip or so below that. Unleaded 77.53 for the stop. Looking for target 2. Target 1 doesn't mean anything to us. 342 for the, I'm sorry, 432. Getting dyslexic here on the YM. That's the YM stop. I got as low as 408. We need 3 more ticks to get a target 2 win and be done with this session. $77.51 for the unleaded stop. Looks like the pound Aussie came within a tick or two, and we got as high as, yeah, 097, 1 tick away from the session high. Stop at 12.0. Unleaded pushing to new session lows. $76.76 for target 2. And there's target 2 on unleaded. So, target 2 traders pick up 78 ticks on that target. Stop now at 77.23. YM is still short. Soybeans is still short. Target 3 on unleaded. $76.96 for the unleaded stop. And stopping out at 96. So that was $58 ticks on the trailer. 136 plus. I got 77.52 to 74. That's 36 ticks on the initial trade. So 172 ticks. Not a bad day for target 2 traders. Good morning, Arizona Bob. Good morning, Pamela. Hope things are going well across the pond. It looks like the YM, did it stop out? 31, and we got as high as 31. Yep, the YM stopped out. So we did not get, we only got a partial on that. So we'll look for another trade. All right, soybeans. Okay, soybeans just got a I don't understand all that I see there. Soybeans trade has become active, and I don't understand why. Is it still a stop and reverse? And but that has canceled. Well, yeah, it came off again as we went back negative. But the trend indicator never went negative. That's not. I don't understand that, but it's gone away again, because you notice it's not printing additional plus signs. And soybeans was back down at the entry. So let's move on to micro NQ. Yes, that's at 9:35 minutes after the hour, 8:35 exchange time. I'm running on Eastern, but the exchange time is Central. And a reminder for those of you in areas that don't follow the U.S. daylight savings time, the U.S. switches to daylight savings time this coming Sunday. So things will jump ahead an hour. And a break-even trade on the MNQ to open things up. And we have a short that looks like it, hey, I would say it's probably avoided, but off the table. Just 3 seconds to the first bar, so it looks like it probably spiked down through and then went back up to the. And pound Aussie stopping out. We did get 2 closes below the balance line, and that cancels the long trade, because it would have just shown up again right there, because the trend indicator went positive on that bar, but it canceled on 2 closes below. YM with an SMA short trade. You'd have to go 6 ticks or so to get around the session low that just occurred. So I'm afraid that's a little too much. That's too much of an adjustment. Money management at 397. We'll go to target 2. Target 1 still less than 20 ticks. Looks like the 20 is not hold. Maybe the 20 is going to hold for us. Still above the 20 SMA. Long trade on the Russell. And the YM stops out on the trade off the 20 SMA. So we will look for another one. 34 to 31, we got 6 ticks on the first trade. We lose 24.48, so we're down 42. Not terrible. Soybean still in its short trade. And good morning, James. Glad to have you. Feel free to ask questions if you see something you don't understand. Our next crude mini session is 10 o'clock. Micro NQ had an initial break-even trade. The Russell had a avoided short loss. And now in a long, those are both catapult strategies, using Renko bars in this case for both of them, Micro Russell and Micro NQ. Soybeans is on counterpunch, that's the lower right. YM on spotlight, crude on spotlight. We had a one and done session for the 9 a.m. session on crude, 9 a.m. exchange time, which is Eastern. Arizona Bob, that means time is going to shift for you as well. Because you don't spring forward. So you essentially are going to be 2 hours behind the Central Time charts and 3 behind Eastern Time come Sunday morning. Money management on the Russell. Pound Aussie has a potential short trade coming there if it closes below the balance line. The E-mini contracts, you'll have to watch the volume, but I would expect them to change by Monday, since the 12th is Sunday. That's usually about when they change. But I would start watching volumes, because we will move to the June contract. Yeah, the June contract still not showing anything to speak of on the YM, or currently anyway. MNQ, yeah, minuscule activity, 12,500 against 112. Well, actually, yeah, against 237,000. So. Micro, yeah, 300 against 18,000. Yeah, volume still solidly on March, but we'll keep an eye on it through the rest of the week. But we will be rolling to the June contract for our E-minis here before too index E-minis, that is. We don't actually use the official rollover date. They don't. The last trade date, I believe, is next Friday. So I would expect the volume to switch over somewhere between Thursday and about Monday or Tuesday. My guess is it's probably going to switch over on Monday, but it may come a little sooner than that. And we did get the short setup on the pound Aussie, 79.99. And then probably toward the end of next week, we'll see the energies roll to the May contract. And soybeans is already on the May contract. July contract not getting much there either. And the Russell with a break even. Five minutes to our 10 a.m. crude session. Soybean still going sideways. Yeah, and that's a squeeze zone filter keeping us from stopping and reversing to long. Okay, soybeans looks like it's going to try to push through the 50 EMA. so far it's succeeding. Above the 50 for the moment, but still don't have a close yet. '50's been providing significant resistance coming down on this move down since about 4 o'clock this morning. Unleaded, micro NQ with a short. Lots of time to have gotten in that one. And soybeans able to penetrate, but not able to close above the 50. Closing actually down below the 200. $200 at 76, and entry is at 75. So yeah, we're still in the squeeze zone for one more bar. And then that trade will become valid. YM with a long trade. 456. Definitely should be in it. It's hit the entry about 3 times on that bar. Down 42 ticks. This one looks, yeah, 23 to target 1. So that's going to go. Target 1, that'll be half of our deficit at the moment. Powell speaking at 10. That's right, I did see something about him testifying this week. Yeah, it's basically right at session open, as is the YM. And the MNQ is in the same area. Boy, the market reacted strongly to 10 o'clock, or just before 10. Strong down move, getting target 2 on the MNQ. Trailing at 21.25. And stopping out the long trade on the YM. Russell with a short as well. 8 seconds on that bar. Hopefully you got into that. And hitting target 3. Trailing is 99.7. And target 4. Target 3 and 4 on the micro NQ as well. 98.5. $289.75 on the MNQ stop. 96.3 on the Russell stop. Yeah, and the soybeans long became valid and then canceled on the next bar because it had a second close below the balance line again. Actually, close was 23 even. The balance line was 23 even. Yeah. Oh no, it went away because the trend indicator went negative again. But it's, yeah, that now it's canceled. No, it hadn't canceled yet. It's got to close this one. Did trigger in a subsequent short, so that should take it out. Yeah, and hits the stop, and well, it actually got a close below, second close below the balance line, so canceled, and we finally hit target 1 on our original trade. Filters kept us out of the longs, and we made to target 1 on the short. YM with a long trade. Lots of time to get in on that. The Russell stopped out in new session after setting a new session low, 93.8. MNQ still pushing down, 260 and a quarter. And let's see. We also hit our I would say chances are the long trade was avoidable. This is another short trade. Yeah, that's too fast to have caught. So our trade would be the long. That's hit money management, but target 2 is our primary. And 49 for our 51 was the entry, 49 is our stop because of the major key level. 257 and a quarter on the MNQ, target 2 on soybeans, and a full stop on the YM. That's the third full stop on the YM. Crude back up to money management. Now there is one question there. Yeah, that's a 20-second bar. Plenty of time to get in that. Soybeans pushing to new session lows. Session low at 16 3/4. And target 3 is 16 1/4. 248 1/4 for the micro NQ stop. Still 48 1/4, 248 1/4. We did get a target. YM got target 1. No, we got target 2 for 22 ticks. And then a single tick on the, and comes back for a short at 78. That we're currently in. 245 and a quarter on the MNQ. Soybeans at 21 even for its stop. Pound Aussie short again. Two full stop outs. $221 and a quarter. MNQ still, and Russell is in a new short. YM Money Management 35 tick target that it just hit, I believe. Yes, target one, so that helps us a little bit. Picked up 22 and now 35. This should be the last trade of our 6 trade max. 273 is the stop there. And the Russell at Money Management, 212.25 on the MNQ. 19 and 3/4 on soybeans. 272 on the YM. And that short trade on crude gets us POQ there, getting targets 1 and 2 on the short. Since we just got a break even, actually a couple of tick loss on the first trade. $263 on the YM. That is the Dow. Crude is done. For the 10 a.m. mini session. Still haven't gotten target 3 on soybeans. We've gotten 11 and 17, so we're up 28. Target 3 is another 24. And it looks like we're 10 ticks on the trailer so far. $246 for the YM, hitting target 2 and stopping out. So that ends the session on the YM. MNQ reversing to short, or to long now, stopping out on the short trade at 203 and a quarter. And the Russell picking up target 3 and target 4 exactly, it looks like. Yep, 87.3, and we got, that was the low, and a few ticks on the trailer. And now we're getting a pretty strong up move out of all three market indices. Congratulations, James. The question is, did it trade through your targets or not? Because the ES is notorious for not getting you filled unless the price actually trades through. Right. Looks like pound Aussie got target 1, small, actually, yeah, that should have been taken out at 98, since we did get a target 1. And then we got a new short, hit money management and out on the trailer. That is a squeeze zone trade. Soybeans did stop out ultimately at 19 and 3/4. So that gives us another 20 ticks. 2 positions, 10 ticks each. So 28, I believe we were. 11 and, yeah, 28. So 48 ticks. 12 points. Not a bad day on soybeans. Full stop out on the long on the micro NQ. And I'm going to say that was an avoidable on the short. And we have a new setup to go long on the MNQ. No trades on the Russell. Uh-oh. That's what, James, that's one of the issues with the S&P is it's notoriously difficult to test because you basically, essentially you need to test it trading through because you don't know if you got filled. And being a quarter point tick market that's $50 a point, it's $12.50 a tick. So every tick of slip, when you got to figure out what to do when you hit a target and don't get filled. You know, do you mark it out of that position? Do you wait for it to come up again? You know, so there's a lot of pitfalls to trading the ES, and it can get to be expensive. For a couple of reasons. One, you know, $12.50 ticks are fairly expensive, so you got to be pretty well capitalized for the trade sizes. And another short on the pound Aussie. And a new short on the MNQ. Looks like it, well, how fast did it do that? And just hit the stop. One, yeah. That looks like an avoidable again. The bar after the setup was 1 second. So I'm going to assume that it spiked down and pushed back up. So we'll call that one avoided. On the other hand, this Russell trade looks like it's in trouble. Looks like it hit the stop first and then came back and hit the entry and just stopped out for a full stop. Now long, and long on the MNQ as well. MNQ money management stopped to 223 even, and now we're going up as fast as we came down. Russell with a target 3 and possibly even target 4 win. Yep, targets 3 and 4. Trailing at 95.9. Before you start playing too much in Sim, James, start working on building your trade plan, because just trading in Sim without a trade plan, it will get you into bad habits. You want to build your trade plan and practice executing your plan, not just basically just trading, because you will get into some bad habits. Start with your sniff testing and fast testing. Pick some markets and start working on those. Build a trade plan, and then come back and start trying to sim trade your plan once you've done your UTA testing and understand the advantage that your plan gives you. Now, if you need some practice on just executing trades, Sim is a good place to do that. But don't start working on, don't start looking at making the profit you could have made in Sim, because you're going to see the winning trades and you're not going to remember the losing ones that well, and you're not going to factor those in nearly as well until you get to a point where you're actually looking at a significant number of trades and actually tracking the trades. That's where the UTA will be quite valuable. Russell now short, and we got a target 2 on the MNQ and stopped out on the trailer at 237 3/4. And at that point, I think I'm going to call it a morning, folks. Been a good one. Good to see some new names in the chat. And those of you in the mastermind, we will see you in office hours at noon. Now then, Russell short doing quite well. Private Eye, do you are you logged into the, are you on the Discord server yet? Okay, when did you send that in? Did you send that in since Saturday then, I'm assuming? Okay, so you sent an email request to Kong? You are on the server then, but did you, so you need to request, okay. All right, yeah, I don't know if he will get that, he should get, actually you can, if you're already on Discord, because you'll need to get on the Trade Hacking Club Discord server to be able to get to the mastermind part of it anyway. So are you on that yet? If you get on the server, then you'll see the CEO Trader Mastermind channel pop up. Okay. It'll be called CEO Trader Mastermind, and it should be right at the top of the chat list when he gives you access, because it'll just show up in your feed once he turns on access. Kong is just another mastermind. Yeah, Backpacktrader is the server. That's the right place to be. And under the chats, you've got several things, one of which is the Trade Hacking Club. And above that is going to show up CEO-Trader-Mastermind once you have access. Good morning, Lorraine. Okay, Lorraine. Here is my email. If you want to drop me an email and we can get together, we can use Zoom or something else, or just trade images back and forth by email. So I'll be glad to give you a hand with that. Let me ask this question: what platform are you on? So are you linking dice? Okay, if you're on TradeStation, I don't have TradeStation and have not ever really used TradeStation, although I've seen Troy using it quite a bit. But what I would suggest is, if send in your issues to info@netpixtrading.com. And because Troy will be the one to much better help you on TradeStation. I won't be able to do much for you on TradeStation, unfortunately. What strategy do you have? hit some basic things real quick right here. CPX2, all right. Then you're going to have some, you're definitely going to, the only thing that would be similar is going to be my soybeans chart. The rest, the two E-minis on the bottom center and upper left are Catapult, Pound Aussie, Crude, and the YM are all Spotlight. So, oh yeah, and you're on the 377 tick. That's why yours look different. I'm running all of these charts are range bar type bars, either range bars or Renko. So that's why they're looking very different than a 377 tick. So the fact that you're getting different signals is to be expected because you're on a different chart. And moving again, looks like. The 377 tick chart doesn't really, it's showing you price, but it's tracking trades on the market. So each tick is a trade. So it's waiting for 377 trades to close the bar. It doesn't matter how much price movement is in that 377 trades. It's going to use that 377 trades. All of the charts that I'm showing in here are range bars, which are pure price charts. Okay. RTY and micro NQ. Let's see if I can pull up a... Actually, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be spot. Oh no, this is gonna be Catapult, so that's not really gonna help a whole lot. But let's see if I can. $377 tick is gonna be way too fast for the MNQ. You're gonna need to be more like 610 or so. The M&Q is extremely active. Okay, this is the old 377 tick for the Russell. Let's see what that looks like. TF was the old Russell symbol. And you can see how fast that's moving with the 377 tick. All right, yeah, let's put RTY on this. Yeah, that's a little bit more reasonable. Okay, I'm going to clean this up a little bit so it's a little easier to see. Yeah, that's a little easier to see. Market's pretty active right now. Although actually that's not put out that many bars, because it's you still see yesterday's session open. I mean, here was market open right here, so we really haven't got that many bars. But does that look more like your chart? Okay, that's right. This is still going to be this is counterpunch now. That should be somewhat similar to yours. Okay, I need to. Still not enough. There we go. That's the ticks left counter. Ticks remaining. Are you sure you're on the current contract? I forget what the letter designation is, because I don't use it with NinjaTrader. that's what I'm getting. I'm running the 377 tick bid, which should be what TradeStation is giving you. That's the March contract on the RTY. Are you on your own RTY or M2K? Okay, you're on the full Russell. All right, that's what this is. This is the full counterpunch, not just Express, or not CPX2. I don't think CPX2 does trade tracking, does it? So it's not going to step the stops down like this. A lot of signals on that today. All right, yeah, that's going to be the way to go is go check with him, or the other possibility is ask some questions on the Trade Hacking Club Discord channel. You might find some folks that are willing to help there as well. All right. Well, I'll just leave that out there. All right, folks. Anybody else have questions? All right. Remind everybody again, daylight savings time in the U.S. goes into effect Sunday morning at 2 a.m. It will go from 1:59 to 3. 1:59:59 to 3 a.m. So we spring forward. Private Eye, is that you that's working with, Kong is on the Trade Hacking Club, and I noticed he just helped somebody get into the CTO Mastermind, the CEO Trader Mastermind group. So that's a good place to check right now if you're not already there. Okay, good enough. Okay, good. 610 is another Fibonacci number. And it can get to be pretty fast, even so. What I would suggest you take a look at is something like a maybe a 24 tick, 6 point, 24 tick range bar or momentum bar. I think you might find that the system seems to work better with something like that with the range bars, because the Troy's systems are built around price action, and so the pure price action type bar types do work better with it. Or at least they tend to. But yeah, play around with something like maybe 4 to 6 points, somewhere in there. 16 to 24 ticks, thereabouts. See if that's still too slow, or too fast. Because the NQ can move rapidly. There are times when it doesn't matter what size, what bar type you've got on it, it's just flat not tradable. It's moving so fast. All right, folks. Well, those of you in the CEO Trader Mastermind, we'll see you in about an hour in office hours. Check in the announcements section in the CEO Trader Mastermind channel, and your link should be there. Or the link is there, and Troy has that in the announcements only tab, or the announcements only topic under Trader Mastermind. So we will see everybody there, everybody that's going to be there. Otherwise, we will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30. That'll be about a 45-minute session. Then I'll shut it down about 10:15 because we've got the crude oil inventory report tomorrow at 10:30. So good trading today, and there's this rest of today, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one.